everyone. This is a video all about the book Outlander, the first book in the series by Diana Gabaldon. I am doing the group read aloud, hosted by Random House, the publisher, in anticipation of the next novel in the series, Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I love Outlander, what the read along is all about and how I'm finding it so far, and how I started reading Outlander, because it's kind of an interesting story, I personally think. Okay, so the book Outlander, if you didn't know, and probably if you're watching this, you're either a friend of mine or you have already read the book and you absolutely love it like I do. I call these books door stoppers because they are extremely thick, and if you needed to stop a door from closing on you, you could use this book, no problem. It's 900 pages long, maybe just a little shorter than that. An amazing book, often classified as a romance novel. I've been reading The Outlandish Companion quite a bit right now. I can get into that more if you want later. It is not a classic romance novel. I do read a lot of romance novels, but this is not one of them. This is a courtship love story, but then the series goes on and there's more books. And they're not all romances. They tell the story of a family. Very exciting read, really awesome book. I absolutely love it. I love the characters. I love Claire and Jamie. I really like Claire. I know some people have issues with her, that's fine. I think she's a really strong woman, so I really appreciate that. I don't want to have a spoiler episode here. I don't want to have a spoiler video, so I don't want to spoil anything that goes on. But just the story is really, really wonderful. The writing, absolutely beautiful writing. These are books that I have bought and kept, all of them, and I will, I think, for my entire life. I have read Outlander about 4 times, so this will be my 5th read through. I think that tells you what a great book it is. So hopefully you guys agree. Okay, so like I said, I am doing this read along for the entire Outlander series. There are several books in the series. Like I said before, they are doorstopper books. They're quite long. This particular version of the Outlander book, the first one, is 850 pages. And this read aloud, or read along, I keep saying read aloud because I'm an educator and that's something that I do every day. This read along is meant to take us through all the books up to the release date of the next novel, which people are very excited about, Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. So there's a schedule, and of course you don't have to follow the schedule, it's just for fun. I'm gonna try my best to follow the schedule. We have 20 days to finish this book, starting today, which is June 14th. It is the 14th, yes. So I have 20 days to finish this book. I don't think that will be a problem. However, I am wrapping up my school year. I'm a teacher in Ontario, so we don't have our last day of school until the 28th or 29th. So there is a lot to do. Report cards are going out. I need to say goodbye to my kids. Quite a lot going on there. So, but we are also in a modified lockdown, so there's not too much going on socially and getting out and about. So I think I will have time to do this read along. The other thing with the read along is there's a Facebook page. I've been on the Facebook page a couple of times. I haven't posted very much because I can be kind of shy. It seems to be going well. Lots of people, of course, upset about the TV show, really talking a lot about the actors' portrayals and the changes that are made. Of course, there are book fans and there are TV show fans. I'm a fan of both. I really am a fan of both, but you have to, I think, see them as different entities. The TV show and the book don't have a ton to do with each other, really. They are different, and you just have to be accepting of that and just happy. I'm just happy that there's a show because I think that's really cool. So I am doing the read along. I will keep you posted on my progress. Today is day 1. I have not started reading yet. I'm filming this video and then I have the night ahead of me to get some good reading in, as well as enjoying the rest of the night. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about how I got started reading Outlander because I think it's kind of an interesting story. I am a huge bookworm. Everyone who knows me knows that about me. I can be found leaving parties to go read my book. I'm always trying to talk books with people. They don't always appreciate it. Usually they're very kind and understanding. Outlander first came to me, I was in my early 20s, 22, 23. My mom and my Omi, that's German for grandma, had both read it. They're both big readers as well. They recommended it, they liked it, well enough. And so I picked it up. I was reading it, really enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, it's a romance, but maybe not a typical romance book, you know what I mean? Loved it. Loved the characters, Jamie and Claire, this amazing love story. And then as I was reading, I came to the scene. And if you've read Outlander, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not, it's an infamous scene in the first book where Jamie and Claire, these two characters that are so in love, have a disagreement. And Jamie, a very traditional Scottish Highlander, orders her to do something for her own safety, and she disobeys. She doesn't do what he said. There's a huge, crisis about it. Everything gets resolved, of course, that's fine. But she didn't listen. So in the book, he physically disciplines her. And it's not a terrible act or anything like that. It does not promote violence against women or anything like that. And in my early 20s, it was so upsetting to me. And I could not understand, they're supposed to be in love, he's supposed to love her, and then this horrible thing happens. So I was so mad, I put the book away. I can't believe that, but I just was like, no, I'm not reading this. This is not for me. This is for someone else. I'm not reading this. So I put the book away, and that was fine. I went on to read other things. I just, didn't go back to it, wasn't interested. And, but I always wondered, of course, what happened, right? Like the book, it's a doorstopper. There's like a whole chunk of book left. What was going on? And then I was watching TV a couple of years later, mid to late 20s, I guess. And I saw there was a show based on the book coming out on Stars. And I thought, okay, I can probably watch this show because there's no way they're going to show this scene. This scene will not make it in the show. They will have to do something else, and maybe that'll be okay with me. And then I can keep reading. I can go back to the book and see. And the show is never going to show it. So don't even worry. I can just breeze right through it. Well, of course, the show showed it. They did an amazing job. I think they showed it with the true spirit that the author intended, which at the time of first reading, I was not quite mature enough to understand. But they did such a great job that I went back to the book, of course. I'm always going to be a book over a TV show fan. And so I went back to the book and I read it. I quickly read the others in the series as fast as I could. This will be my 4th time reading this one, and I'm really excited. Okay guys, so it's a couple hours later, as I'm sure you can probably tell from the lighting change in my backyard. I realized that I told a little fib in my video by mistake, totally by mistake. I'm not 100% sure how many times I have read the first Outlander novel, if I'm being honest. You can count the first time that I didn't finish as one, or you cannot count it because I didn't finish it. And then I went back and reread it, obviously, and then I think that I reread it again 2 more times. So I think I have read it 4 times, and this would be my 5th time, but it doesn't really matter. It's been at least a year since I read it, since it was pre-COVID, right before I went on a vacation. So I know the last time I read it, I just don't know how many times I've read it in total. So I'm very excited to get started on this little adventure. Hopefully you follow along and you don't find it too boring, or you really love Outlander, and of course then you would find it very interesting. Anyway, come back for more videos, check them out, and we'll see how this goes. Thanks.